make sure you're really comfortable. So even if you're sitting up for this and you feel that sometimes you get a stiff back, don't be afraid to rest your back against the wall or something else if you ever need to. The more comfortable you are, the deeper you're likely to drop into the practice without being distracted by your physical body and then the thoughts that arise from those fluctuations. So just begin by finding a still point of reference, maybe your breath, maybe it's the ground underneath you, maybe it's the sound of my voice and other sounds coming and going. But we always go to this short period of just stabilizing, and this is also a time to check in. Maybe we notice we've got a very busy mind today. Maybe we notice there's a lot going on in the body today. Maybe pains, or maybe comfortable. May feel irritable. You may feel quite settled. Might be one of those sessions where you just fidget your whole way through. Or you might find complete ease, just never can tell. But whatever the case, we always continue with the practice, or we never learn anything. If we throw the towel in every time it feels difficult. Start just feeling anything on the surface. So any of those obvious sensations, just notice those. And notice the most obvious things that we can feel in the body. We're not going to react to them. We might notice that those feelings in the body give rise to an irritation. Maybe we want them not to be there. Maybe they make us feel agitated or impatient or anxious. Maybe there's a thought, oh, I should be doing better than this today. I should be feeling differently. But what we're feeling is what we're feeling in the body. That's not necessarily within our control, and we don't need to control it either. So we take one step back from the strongest sensations. We imagine we're stepping out of the river where it feels as if we might get swept away and carried off into abstract thinking, storytelling, and making up whole new realities about the day and morning. And we step onto the bank, and from the bank of the river we just observe that those strong sensations we were feeling aren't as solid and concrete as we imagined. Even chronic pain that we imagine lasts so long and becomes so much a part of what we think we are, even that sort of pain is constantly changing, constantly in flux. It has no solidness about it. As the observer of our sensations, if you try to locate or isolate one moment of your experience as the pain or discomfort or strong sensation you're feeling, you'll find it's impossible. You can try to do that right now. We can't isolate one moment of a headache or one moment of feeling sick or one moment of pain in our joints and say, that's pain. The moment you locate a sensation, it's already past, changed. So now we expand slightly outwards and we look to the other end of the spectrum of sensation for the faintest or most subtle thing that we can detect in the body. This is much more challenging. And again, we notice it's challenging because that faint sensation is even harder to pin down. It might shift quickly from one area to another. It might even overlap with the strongest sensation that we identified. See if you can just hold in your observation the faintest, most subtle sensations and the strongest, most powerful sensations at the same time. You can't split yourself as the observer. You can't directly focus on them both. But you can sort of dissolve or soften your focus. So that there's more of a blanket awareness. Notice how the strongest sensation itself can change. One moment it might be something we associate with fear, anxiety, uncertainty. Another minute it might be a very calm, pleasant, enjoyable feeling in the body that leads to pleasant states of mind. Don't cling to or resist one state over another. If we take that approach, we will never learn to deal properly with the things that we don't like. We'll always be running away from them, afraid of how we feel. And now soften even more and experience the entire body. From your navel outwards, we'll start at the head and the feet and meet in the middle. But dropping deeper and deeper into this incredible mass of sensation. You find yourself drawn to or clinging to one thing, such as a powerful sensation or feeling, just soften your grip on that. Imagine yourself just falling back, falling away from the most obvious distractions. You're not running from the sensation, you're just seeing that it's only one amongst many. That's one of our main problems. So when we get carried away by something, a worry, thought, concern, sensation, we forget it's just one thing amongst many things. And now we take our final step back for this session. And we fall even deeper beyond the most obvious sensations, beyond all other feeling and sensation arising and passing away. We allow ourselves to drop into the silence or the stillness, the peacefulness that underlies everything else that's always there. We can't look directly towards that peace. We can't directly enter that stillness by will. We can only turn away from everything else and see what's left. And even that turning away might be better described just as letting go, softening, relaxing, whatever word resonates for you. When we stop clinging, we completely let go. What remains is just this wonderful stillness, silence, might find ourselves pulled out of it again. We can just let go once more. In that stillness, we don't need to react. We see everything clearly. just comings and goings. Whether they're sensations, emotions, thoughts, feelings. All just comings and goings. That appear to enter into and then depart from our underlying stillness. Everything else is just noise. So now, from deep within that stillness, just find and notice your breath. Taking 4 or 5 slower, slightly deeper breaths. Just feel yourself observing the body as it awakens and reconnecting with that body. Feeling some gentle movement, naturally just re-emerging. But feeling deeply rested. Knowing that that stillness is always there. You need to drop back into it at any point in the day. Maybe taking a little stretch if you haven't, or rubbing your face, rubbing your hands. You need to rush at all. And allowing your eyes to open whenever you feel ready.